Hi, my name is Rajat Jain, and as part of Authentic Leadership's second module at Hult, I focused on improving my leadership effectiveness by developing the skills of influencing others without authority. As an insurance architect, working with P&C insurance carriers, I regularly collaborate with cross-functional stakeholders including business leaders, underwriting team, claims, IT, third-party vendors without direct authority over them. In this video, I'll walk you through my 1 week action plan, how I developed this skill, how I applied it in real client scenario, and the key insights I gained. First, why I chose this skill. In my role, I am responsible for designing scalable technology solutions and influencing architectural decisions across client organizations. However, I observed that stakeholders often had conflicting priorities, business versus IT versus operations. Decisions were delayed due to lack of alignment. Technical recommendations were sometimes overlooked due to communication gaps. I realized that my effectiveness as a leader depends not just on technical expertise, but on my ability to influence decisions, align stakeholders, and drive conscious without authority. Step 2. So, my 1 week plan. So, I designed a structured 1 week action plan focused on improving stakeholder influence, communication, and alignment. So, on day 1 and 2, I focused on self assessment and understanding influence. In this, I reflected on past client interactions, identified gaps or indexing on technical solutions, and not tailoring communication to business stakeholders. Lastly, studied influence techniques such as stakeholder mapping and framing communication based on audiences. On day 3 and 4, I worked on communication and business framing. I practiced reframing technical solutions into business outcomes, used a structured approach, which is business problem, operational impact, technical solution, and business value. For example, instead of saying modernize legacy policy admin system, I reframe to reduced policy issuance time by modernizing systems can improve customer retention and operational efficiency. This makes difference, right? Day 5. So I worked on active listening and stakeholder empathy. I worked on two important things. First, focused on understanding. I worked on business KPIs, loss ratio, underwriting efficiency. Secondly, I worked on IT constraints like legacy systems, integrations. And I also worked on practice asking, what are your top priorities? What risk are you concerned about? On day 6, I worked on storytelling with data. So I practiced presenting architecture decisions using industry benchmarks, data points, processing time, cost savings, risk reduction, and focused on connecting technology to measurable outcomes. Day 7, it was simulation and feedback. So, simulated a client architectural discussion, practiced handling objections from business stakeholders, engineering team, and gathered feedback from peers. I added success metrics as first, ability to align multiple stakeholders. Second, improved clarity in communication. Third, positive feedback on persuasion and clarity. Step 3, workplace application. So the situation was I applied this skill in real client engagement with a PNC insurance carrier. The challenge was around modernizing a legacy claims processing system. There was a conflict between business team wanted faster claims processing and better customer experience. IT team concerned about complexity and integration risks. Leadership focused on cost and ROI. Initially, my architecture recommendation was not gaining alignment. What I did differently. First, stakeholder mapping, business, customer experience, claims, turnaround time. Second, IT, system stability, integration efforts. Third, leadership, cost ROI. Second, reframing the solution. Instead of presenting a purely technical modernization plan, I reframed it as a phased modernization approach that reduces claims processing time by 28%, improving customer satisfaction and minimizes risk through incremental implementation. Using data and industry context. Shared benchmark from PNC industry highlighted claims leakage reduction, operational efficiency improvements, and lastly, connected architectural decisions to business KPIs. Lastly, active listening and co creation conducted discussions to understand concerns, incorporated feedbacks into solution design, positioned it as a collaborative solution, not a top down recommendation. Outcome. So, with this approach, I achieved alignment across business and IT teams, secured approval for phase modernization roadmap, improved stakeholder confidence in the solution, accelerated decision making, and reduced resistance. So, results and impact. So, as a result, I have achieved four things. I successfully influenced a critical architectural design without authority. Stakeholder alignment improved significantly. Conversations shifted from conflict to collaboration. The solution was approved and moved forward with implementation. Most importantly, I evolved from technical architect to strategic influencer and trusted advisor. Lastly, reflection and learning. Key learnings. First, influence requires business alignment, not just technical accuracy. Even the best solution need the right framing. Second, understanding stakeholder priorities is critical. Each group defines success differently. Third, data strengthens credibility. Linking architectural designs to business outcome build trust. Lastly, collaboration drives acceptance. People support solution they help create. So, in conclusion, this experience significantly improved my leadership effectiveness by strengthening my ability to influence without authority. I am now better equipped to three things. First, driving enterprise level decisions. Second, aligning diverse stakeholders. Third, deliver impactful technology solutions. So, going forward, I will continue to enhance stakeholder engagement, strengthen business storytelling, and mentor teams in collaborative leadership. Thank you.